First thought seeing the three other teams that are going to be coming here.
Well, excited to just be hosting the tournament, honestly. I'm a guy that really tries to concentrate on what you can control, and whoever they send in here, you have to have an opponent. It doesn't really matter who that is, but certainly familiar team with LSU right down the road ought to draw really big crowds. I don't know anything about those teams that are in our region other than they're playing good at the right time, all of them, or else they wouldn't be invited to come to the tournament. So excited about the opportunity to be able to host. I know coming off from a conference tournament host this past week, our administration and our personnel, everybody involved in putting that tournament on was first class, and we'll be ready to do the same with this region.
Was there a peace of mind last night going to sleep knowing that there was going to be baseball played here?
Yeah, there really was, because you never know if you did enough work. Prior to the tournament, I felt like we were at a position, we worked ourselves in a position to be one of those 16 host sites, but you never know. Things change when you get in a tournament. You always think that maybe you got to have just 2 wins, but then when you go out with just 2 wins, you're saying, well, darn, we may have took 3 wins. So to hear our name, and I think reflects the body of work that we have been able to do and achieve through the course of the year, and I think that's exactly what the committee looked at, was the whole body of work in our resume and the blueprint that we had established from the beginning to yesterday.
With LSU in your regional, talk about the crowd you're kind of expecting. They obviously bring out big crowds.
It ought to be a pack. I know earlier this year we had set a single attendance record with Ole Miss. I would think that if the fire marshal allows it, we'll break that attendance record with LSU. Tremendous fan base at LSU. They travel well, and I'm sure they'll make that trip 2 hours north up to Hattiesburg.
The success you had against SEC teams this year, does that factor in at all when you have a LSU team coming in your region?
We've had success with them, but that's in the past now, and certainly we're moving into the future a little bit here. So first of all, we have to get by Army before we can ever get to that next game. So certainly we don't want to fast forward anything. Army's going to be a great challenge. They won the Patriot League. I haven't looked into who they are and their personnel yet. I haven't just found out that they are our opponent, but I'm sure they're playing good and have won their tournament. So, the original question, we're just going to play the opponent. It's not necessarily what league they're from or what's on the front of their chest. I like to try to get our guys to concentrate on just playing a game and winning a game.
What's the usual protocol for scouting regionals now? Because obviously you have Army first, but then there's 2 other teams that you have to at least be cognizant of.
You got to go after it today. It all starts when we get back to the office. Our assistant coaches will start compiling scouting reports. Obviously, technology has increased and improved over the years. Synergy will be really big in breaking down Army right now, but Coach Oz will go through all of them, to have a good game plan, being prepared to play any of those 3 at any time. So, but we'll call other coaches that have played these schools and try to get an idea of what they're about and try to get a game plan to go together.
As a coach, are you able to draw on from anything from that regional a few years ago, or is it just kind of put that behind you?
Yeah, I'm kind of COVID fogged out. I remember it a little bit. Obviously, Gidry hit a massive grand slam there in that game, and great regional. Always is. We played there before. I think been there 2 or 3 times, and to have them come to us is going to be exciting. I hope we get to the point where we can play them. But like I said, we've got to get by Army, and you've got to understand this program now has been to 6 straight regionals. Could have been 7th. We never know what would have happened in 2020. So the consistency that we've been able to bring each year to put ourselves in position to be in one of those 64, trying to get to be one of the 8 in Omaha, is what I'm very proud of.
This is your second time hosting a regional as a coach. Last time you didn't have that turf. Feel good about that heading into this?
Oh, I do. Yeah, that was a really good regional at that time. We had South Alabama, had Mississippi State, we had Illinois, Chicago. Obviously, State won that regional. But now that we have the new synthetic grass, weather won't be a problem. Now that we have new lights, we didn't have to bring in additional lights. So everything's in place. I feel like to put on a really good tournament, give everybody a really good chance to